Welcome back to my channel. You're such a shit. That is the third time that he has done that. We're just leaving it in. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing my December faves and letting you know exactly what I loved throughout December. Grab yourself a coffee, let's go. Okay, first thing first, have you grabbed yourself a cup of coffee? Because if you haven't, go and pause this and get yourself one now. Everybody deserves to sit down for a few minutes with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just relax. I'm quite surprised this month by how many beauty products I have in this. Normally I think you're going to find that it'll be a massive mixture of different things, especially when I've done favourites on the blog before. There's been like favourite TV shows, favourite books, favourite everything, favourite clothes find, which this month is probably going to be the jeans I'm wearing now when it comes to January, to round up January. But for this December month, looking back at December, there are quite a lot of beauty finds, and the first one that I'm going to start with is my skin, because I want to show you the Dermatologica Daily Microfoliant. Okay, I've been using this for a few months now, and I have two things that I want to note on this, right? One, when my skin is bad, this does wonders for it, okay? It seems to brighten my skin, it helps lessen. In December, okay, look, vegetables are not really a thing. They tend to go by the way, and it's like party snacks and crisps and crap. And that is my December in a nutshell. So it definitely affects my skin. And what I've noticed as well is when the kids are at home during the holidays, I drink less water and more alcohol. I'm not really a big drinker anyway, so the fact that, like, for me, drinking a lot would be having 2 glasses of wine on one random Tuesday and then not having anything for the rest of the month. I can go months and months without drinking alcohol and just not really think about it. Just not a big drinker. Like a little bit of Baileys in my hot chocolate, but I'm just and then it comes to November, December time, and that picks up a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I definitely see the reflection of it in my skin. So this, it is the Dermatologica Professional Grade Skincare by the International Dermal Institute Daily Microfoliant. And you use it after, it's a rice-based powder. You use it after you have done your cleansing. And I'm actually going to show you what it comes out like. So if you haven't seen this before, is it likely that YouTube's going to think I'm showing you something dodgy and ban me? I hope not. So that's what it looks like, and then you put some warm water on your hand, mix it to a bit of a paste, and round circular motions on the skin, all over, avoiding the eyes, obviously, and then you just wash it off. So it's like the post-cleanser deep cleanse, and it's amazing. But possibly the worst smelling product I have ever come across. It stinks, and you can't smell it once you're done, but like, it just smells awful, really chemically, and just not good. But my God, does it do its job. And the more I think about it, the more I think I'm quite happy for me to not like the smell of this product, for me to be like, oh, that is a, oh, and actually have something that works, and be like, oh, that smells so wonderful and floral, and still be spotty and like 60 quid down the next day. So would it put me off buying it again? 100% no, because I have really found this one useful. Next up, sticking with the skin theme, this was actually sent to me, hashtag gifted, by Trini London, and it's the Enzyme Balm Cleanser Be Your Best for clean, nourished skin. Will I buy this again? 100,000,000% I will. It is like if you use any of the cleansing balms, like Elemis cleansing balm or anything like that, it's exactly the same kind of function. It's a balm, you put it onto the dry skin and just massage it in, and it melts away my makeup like nothing I have ever used before. I'm obsessed with it. It says massage 2 pumps onto the dry face and neck, obviously doing under this bit. When I'm stressed or I'm due my period, this is where I get my spots, and they're sore spots, you know the kind that I mean? Well, this is fantastic. It's so light on the skin. It definitely cleanses everything. I use it as my PM cleanser because I have an AM and a PM cleanser that are different, and you can use it with a hot cloth like you would with Liz Earle cleanser. if you've ever tried that before, and it's just fantastic. We're still on the skin, but we've moved to the makeup realm. This is my favourite foundation. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. For winter and for more coverage, this one, which is Too Faced Born This Way, and I use nude at the minute. I have 2 different shades that I use. This, sensational. It doesn't drag on the skin, it doesn't feel claggy, it gives me a really nice coverage that I can build up. I just think it's one of the best. I was a big Estee Lauder double wear, and I found that could be quite drying on my skin, but this is not at all. I get very oily skin around here. I'm not actually wearing it today. Had some Botox. I get Botox every 12 to 16 weeks, and I've just been for my top-up appointment because I'm still a bit scowly here. It's fading, but I've not put any makeup on because that's where I've been today. But this is my absolute go-to. I think it is one of the best foundations out there. If you are looking for something that is a really light coverage, then I highly recommend It Cosmetics, the matte version. That I use that in the summer quite often, or going back to the Trini London cleansing balm that I mentioned here, Trini London BFF cream with their serum foundation or tinted moisturizer is amazing. That, I think actually the Trini might just pip it to the post for the It Cosmetics, but either of those two tend to be more of my summery foundations when I don't want as much coverage, but I still want that SPF and I still want something that's going to give me a bit of coverage. But for now, Too Faced Born This Way in nude, if you have a similar colour to me, is just the best. If you were a fan of the NYX eyeliner that's been discontinued, I can't remember what they actually called it. It is super old, but it was a liquid liner that just went on beautifully, and I haven't bought one because mine lasted for forever. I haven't bought one for about 6 years, something silly like that. It just lasted and lasted and lasted and lasted. And if you were a fan of that, then let me introduce you to the Too Faced Better Than Sex Easy Glide Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. It is brilliant. It glides on so easily. It's just like a pen. Just like a pen, glides on beautifully. It's super easy to get really highly defined details, and it lasts all day. A friend of mine said, will you let me know whether or not it's still good after you've been using it for about a month, because quite often the tip of the pen dries out. You think you've got this amazing product that's going to last ages and ages and ages, and it's rubbish. It's gone within like the month and it cost a fortune. Not this one. This one is fantastic. 10 out of 10 recommend. That makes it into my December faves. Hands up if you are a perfume hoe. I'm not one of those people who has like one scent that you would associate with me, because I have 1,000,001 perfumes, and every Christmas or birthday or anniversary I am like perfume. Always perfume. I love perfume. So this Christmas I had 2 perfumes that were given to me, and they have instantly gone into my December faves because they are just beautiful. First off is this one by Givenchy. It smells amazing. It's like quite a evening scent, I would have said, you know, when it's a little bit muskier, a little bit heavier, but it smells beautiful, and I would 10 out of 10 recommend it, especially if you're looking for one of those scents that feels a little bit more like, it's not a light springy floral scent, it's one of those slightly heavier for those more sexy occasions, or if you just like perfume. I've been wearing it during the day, but then I'm very much of the mind that I don't tend to save things that I really like for special occasions. I just get on and wear them because they make me feel so good, and I loved the smell of this one. It was a big surprise. I've never ever seen this one before, and it came from my work colleagues, so thank you guys for that. I was very much like, oh, what is that? I like a perfume, and I took it out, and I didn't know whether or not I would like it. I've never had any of the Givenchy perfumes before, so I was a bit, will I like it, will I not? It smells amazing. absolutely amazing. Secondly, and I did ask for this one because I have all of the Gucci Blooms. This is the Jasmine version, and Adam got this for me for Christmas, and it is, by contrast to the one that I've just mentioned, very much a light floral scent. It's one that you could comfortably wear all year long. Like, I think if I were to be wearing one of my heavier smells, like the Givenchy one, then I would feel a little bit over scented in summer and spring. I don't know, I like a really light floral then. So this is the one. It's got that jasmine-y undertone. If you smell any of the Gucci Bloom ones, it's very similar, but I love how all of them tend to pick out one particular flower that they amplify, and it just smells like someone has wafted a bouquet around you. It is lush. Doing a complete pivot from beauty products, I am going straight into books, and these were a Christmas present by Katie Roberts. They are the Wicked Villains series. Now, if you are a certain mouse-loving adult, these are very much something that should be on your radar. Adam discovered them on TikTok. I've never even heard of them before. The Wicked Villain series is a twist on villain characters. Are we with me? I think we're with me. Villain characters, very similar to Twisted Tales, but these are the erotica version. Okay, that is exactly what they are. These are the erotica version, and they are brilliant. I think my favourite out of all of them was A Worthy Opponent. When I looked on Goodreads, which I've joined this year, I saw quite a lot of reviews that said the sex is amazing. The way they write it is just like brilliantly done. However, there's no plot to it, and I would have agreed with that very much for the first one. And for the second one, I felt a bit frustrated with a few of the characters because I was just a bit like, this is going over it and over it, like the sex is great, but could we have some kind of story? And then number 3. Now there are 6. Adam only bought me 3 because he wanted to see whether or not I liked them. I am keeping my fingers and toes crossed that I will get some more at some point, but number 3 had a really decent storyline actually. And are they going to be groundbreaking literary icons that are going to make you think and feel differently about the world? Absolutely not. But are you going to enjoy the smut? More than likely. Okay, lastly, and this is probably going to be an unexpected one from me, because if you know me, you know that I am quite a practical person, and I think this goes against that generally. But my tarot cards. Am I going to become a tarot reader on TikTok or give readings to people? Absolutely not. But I remember as a teenager, I really loved anything to do with astrology or witchcraft or tarot, and I was fascinated by it. And I still am, but I think I suppressed that side of myself so much, especially when I became a mum, because it was like, you don't have time for that kind of childish thing. But I say, absolutely not. And now that my kids are getting older, I want to be able to enjoy exploring the sides of me that I've suppressed or I've just forgotten about. So I asked for some tarot cards for Christmas, and I'm loving it. I really liked this little book, which is called The Little Book of Tarot, because it was very similar to my thoughts on tarot, is that you interpret the cards how you want to interpret them, how it's relevant to your current life situation. It's not some sort of big mystic force that's using it. It's a conversation, and it allows you to pull your inner thoughts outside of your head. That's how I view them. Like, if I ask myself a question and then do a tarot reading, it's not some mystic force answering that question for me. It's just allowing me to get more in tune with my internal voice. And that's how I view it. I know some people would view it as there's maybe a mystic force around you, and perhaps that's true, none of us will ever know. But to me, I very much liked that it was talking about fate, but equally talking about getting in tune with your own voice, which I think we could all do with doing a bit more. So my tarot cards and this little book of tarot made it into my December faves. And that's it, that is my December roundup. Now, every month that I do one of these, it's gonna be completely different. Sometimes there might be recipes, sometimes there might be places I've visited, there might be clothes, there might be books, there will be all sorts of different things in there. So don't forget to check out next month as well. I will be doing one a month, and I will also be doing a monthly book review of all the different books that I have read, which you can find over on my Goodreads as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I shall see you next week.